Hello, in this third video of section number 4, we will talk about how to teach Unit 3. It will be illustrated with the examples of the students who have already learned this unit. So we will talk about how to teach colors, we will talk about how to teach shapes in singular and in plural, we will talk about vegetables and fruits. Let's start with colors. In the slide, you see the example of 2 pages which demonstrate the pages from the worksheets that you can download. They present the colors, and you have to remember that the colors are the expanding vocabulary. So if your kids don't learn the colors at once, no worries, there will be a time when they will learn colors perfectly, because they will be meeting them from unit to unit and using them for describing objects. And there may be a variety of activities that you can use to teach this topic. Here we present a couple of them, such as coloring the rainbow, then reading and coloring the objects, connecting the colors with their names. But actually there may be many more, such as I see something blue and the kids had to spot something blue, then pointing at the colors and so on. In the video that demonstrates our students, you will see how they use a worksheet where they point and name the colors.
It is yellow. It is red. It is green. It is blue. It is orange. It is purple. It is pink. It is brown.
So in the next section, section number 3.2, your kids are going to learn about the shapes. Again, shapes belong to the expanding vocabulary, the same as colors, so you don't need to learn them by heart. However, shapes may be learned through many ways, and one of them is to find cognates in your own language. For example, for us, these shapes will contain a couple of cognates, such as oval and circle. We will be able to find the similar words in the Ukrainian language. Probably you can find the cognates in your own language. So another wonderful activity is just pointing, counting, then coloring the shapes. And in the videos that we're going to present you, you will see how the students just name the shapes and point.
Show me a circle. Покажіть мені кружочок. Show me a circle. Show me a star. Show me an oval. Show me a triangle. Show me a rectangle. Show me a diamond. Show me a heart. Show me a square, an oval, a circle, a rectangle, a triangle, a star.
Next video is dedicated to talking about shapes in singular. Again, this speaking worksheet contains the categories, and everywhere where the categories are involved, you can use this worksheet to review the category first, so use it vertically, and then after you have reviewed the categories, go horizontally and read the sentences. In the following video, you will see how the students do this.
Колишся, що в нас написано? It, другий is, далі і далі називаємо кольори. Red, orange, blue, pink, green, blue, purple, yellow. Останній колоночці. Що в нас? Shapes. І назвали мені circle, diamond, square, heart, triangle, rectangle, oval, star. Okay, Sonia, let's start. It is
It is a red circle. It is an orange diamond. It is a blue square. It is a pink heart. It is a green triangle. It is a blue rectangle. It is a purple oval.
Sonia?
It is a yellow star.
After students mastered talking about shapes in singular, you can couple the two topics, colors and shapes, with the topic numbers, and that is how they can tell you about shapes in plural. The big question is how to teach plural, and usually we don't actually teach it. We just tell the kids that if there is one object, we don't add anything, and if there are two or more, we end ending S. We don't teach them anything else, I mean the rules, because as you remember from the previous videos, they are just not psychologically ready for this. In the video that demonstrates talking about shapes in plural, you will see how the kids again review the shapes using the categories. They also review the numbers, which is quite difficult for them because every time they haven't mastered the numbers yet, and every time they just count their fingers. It's pretty difficult, but after making the revision of numbers, colors and shapes, they can read this worksheet horizontally. Please watch.
Гадали, коли ми говоримо в множині, ми говоримо they are. Далі ми бачимо, скільки в нас пальчиків, ми рахуємо, да? Four. Далі що називаємо? Колір. Red, circles. Так, а ну спробували.
Понятно?
Соня?
They are four red circles.
Circles. Ксюша?
They are three blue
Squares. Алекс?
They are
Six
green triangles.
They
They are six purple
ovals. Margarita?
They are five orange diamonds.
Amina? They
They are nine pink
hearts.
They are 6 blue rectangles.
Соня? They.
They are 2 yellow stars.
The basic vocabulary of vegetables and fruits goes extremely well with numbers, colors, and shapes. So, next point 3.3 of this unit presents vegetables as the basic vocabulary. Again, vegetables as a vocabulary may require extra worksheets. This is not the topic that is learned quickly, but owing to the chant that you will hear how our students do it, so the kids learn it much better. So please watch how they do the chant.
Cucumber, broccoli, cucumber, corn. Do you like onions? Yes, I do. Cucumber, broccoli, cucumber, corn. Do you like potatoes? Yes, I do. Cucumber, broccoli, carrots, cabbage. Do you like tomatoes? Yes, I do. Onions, potatoes, lettuce, and tomatoes. Do you like broccoli? Yes, I do.
Fruits, the same as vegetables, go well with numbers, colors, and shapes. But before we start reading about the fruits and speaking about the fruits, so we probably need to learn the fruits themselves. So again, use extra worksheets because it may be difficult, and do the chant. I strongly recommend it, and now you will see how our students do this chant.
Peach, banana, coconut, pear. Peach, banana, coconut, pear. Peach, pineapple, grapes, strawberries. Peach, banana, coconut, pear. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Are you hungry?
No.
Peach, banana, coconut, pear. Peach, banana, coconut, pear. Orange, plum, pineapple, pear. Orange, plum, pineapple, pear. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Are you hungry?
And finally, you are ready to talk about fruits and vegetables. This is a new type of a worksheet which your students will use not only for reading, for pointing, but also they will use it for reading. This worksheet contains pictograms which you may point at. Also, it contains the words which your students may read, and your students may also trace this vocabulary. If you remember the previous videos, you will probably use the approach of going back to the same worksheet several times. So at first, your students may just point and pronounce, then later, maybe next lesson, they may trace the letters and try to read them, or read first and then trace. Don't use this worksheet in one day, so remember that it may be used as a reference several times.
It is an orange. It is a circle. It is a red is a yellow banana. It is a moon. It is a brown potato. It is a oval.
It is a green pear. It is a triangle.
It is a brown pineapple. It is a rectangle. It is a yellow star. Fruit. It is a star.